And now, right across Australia, it's time for the House of Wellness.
Sometimes I get a good feeling.
The House of Wellness. Thanks to Chemist Warehouse, the home of real brands and real savings.
Good morning and welcome to the House of Wellness. I'm Sarah Marie Cameron. Joining us back in the studio, nutritionist and cookbook author Sarah Pound, along with our pharmacist and master herbalist Gerald Quigley. Happy Sunday, team.
Happy Sunday.
And welcome, Sarah.
Thank you.
Sarah Marie.
I know, I feel like
Sarah.
I'm sitting miles away from you today.
Well, we've just got a little microphone problem, but it'll be repaired at some stage or other. But look, we'll get by.
Yeah,
We've
absolutely.
got eye contact. That's the important thing.
131873 is our number. We will take your calls very shortly. Any pressing issues that you might have, maybe you've noticed that some germs are entering the house around this time of the year. Gerald, what are some of the questions that you've had coming through on the email this week?
It's funny how there can be a predominance of a particular topic, and you just wonder how it all starts. But the two this week have been sleep quality and memory. Dementia.
Really?
With people becoming more aware that perhaps there's an issue in the family and they're not quite sure how to approach it, how to start the discussion, how you say to mum, you know, we need to go along and maybe have a chat to the doctor and just see how your memory's going. It's just a checkup. It's nothing else. So we're not putting you in a pigeonhole. Just go along and have a chat. So there's a lot of people being challenged by that initial discussion.
Yeah, they can be tough. 131873 if you've got any questions around that or anything else. I've actually had a couple of friends, multiple households, because it starts with the mum and then her kids got it and then their kids got it. RSV.
Oh, yes.
Wiped them. One of the boys in hospital 2 times. It's just, unfortunately, that time of the year in some parts of Australia. And sometimes you just need a bit of advice on how to tackle it all. 131873 is the number. We're going to be chatting very shortly about motor neuron disease. Who gets it? And what actually happens once you were diagnosed? Head of Neuroscience Research Australia, Scientia Professor Matthew Kiernan, has worked with the late Neil Danaher and is going to give us the latest on MND. We're also going to be chatting with senior technologist Steven Popischil, who is going to be chatting about the importance of body wash in our skincare, because not every body wash is the same.
No.
You can have different sensitivities as well.
And most of us grew up with a cake of soap in the shower.
Definitely.
It's all
Just
changed.
the shared soap bar
Yes.
amongst the family.
The old school soap bar.
Freaks me out now.
Yeah,
The youngest-
everyone using the same.
Just the same. I'm the youngest of 5. Yeah?
Yes.
I'm rolling into the shower and I'm like, everybody's using this.
And it's all soft and gooey.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, we're going to be talking about some body wash alternatives, some great skincare routine tips as well, and also more tips for nasal congestion from a rhinologist, Professor Richard Harvey. So you know that whatever he's going to say, he's going to have the best advice for us. And given that it is the middle of winter, a very frosty start for us when we're coming into work this morning, we're also going to be chatting about vitamin C's role in our immune health. 131873 is the number. Your questions on the way. And coming up next, what it means to be diagnosed with MND here on the House of Wellness.
You're listening to the House of Wellness right across Australia. Thanks to Chemist Warehouse, the home of real brands and real savings.
How are you getting your vitamin C this winter? Choose Go Healthy, Go Immune Complex from Chemist Warehouse. It contains ester C, a form of vitamin C, and provides up to 24-hour immune system function support. With a low acid formula that's gentle on your stomach, it's a smart choice to support your immune health system this winter. Go Healthy, Go Ester C Immune Complex from Chemist Warehouse. Always read the label and follow the directions for use. Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day.
How are you getting your vitamin C this winter? Choose Go Healthy, Go Immune Complex from Chemist Warehouse. It contains ester C, a form of vitamin C, and provides up to 24-hour immune system function support. With a low acid formula that's gentle on your stomach, it's a smart choice to support your immune system health this winter. Try Go Healthy, Go Ester C Immune Complex for just $26.25 at Chemist Warehouse. Always read the label and follow the directions for use. Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day.
If you are worried about where to invest your nest egg and looking for independent investment advice you can trust, contact Dominic Alafarci at collinshouse.com and tell him Darren James says hello. AFSL 449146.
So your face gets a cleanser, a serum, a moisturiser, but what about the skin on the rest of your body? Introducing the new Dove Serum Body Wash range. Co-created with dermatologists and beauty experts, Dove Serum Body Wash brings active levels of skincare serums into your daily shower routine. Dove Serum Body Wash Vitality Renewal combines 5% restoring serum with retinol to deeply hydrate skin and help restore its natural firmness and elasticity. Discover the entire Dove Serum Body Wash range from $12.99 at Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day.
Fall in love with every sleep at Domain. Right now, get a Tempur Queen mattress from just $1,988 and add a Tempur Ease 3.0 Queen adjustable base for only $999. Looking for more great value? Shop Sealy Queen mattresses from only $599. Or the King Coil by AHB at Alara Limited Edition Queen mattress from just $1,198. But hurry, these incredible deals won't last. Fall in love with every sleep at Domain.
With interest rates and the cost of living on the up, it's more important than ever to compare loans. And the place to do it is therate.com.au. The Rate is smart, simple, and will give you real personalised loan offers in just a few clicks. Whether it's a home loan, a car loan, or a personal loan, get sorted now. The Rate matches your financial profile to the best rates from trusted lenders to help you make a smarter choice. With The Rate, there are no ads, no teaser rates, just what you need to get the right rate. So get the rate that's right for you. Compare at therate.com.au. Application subject to lender credit criteria and approval. Terms and conditions at therate.com.au.
Save half price at Ritchie Supermarkets. 1.1 litre Schweppes mixer varieties, just $1.50. 165 to 200 gram Arnott's Tim Tam varieties, down to $3. And 150 to 170 gram Smith's crinkle cut chip varieties, now only $2.50. Spin to Win is now on. Scan the QR code at the register when you spend $40 or more to play for $50,000 worth of prizes.
How are you getting your vitamin C this winter? Choose Go Healthy Go Immune Complex from Chemist Warehouse. It contains ester C, a form of vitamin C, and provides up to 24-hour immune system function support. With a low-acid formula that's gentle on your stomach, it's a smart choice to support your immune system health this winter. Try Go Healthy Go Ester C Immune Complex for just $26.25 at Chemist Warehouse. Always read the label and follow the directions for use. Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day.
The House of Wellness, thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Get Go Healthy Go Ester C Immune Complex from your local Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day.
Welcome back to the House of Wellness. 131873 is our number. We'll get to your calls shortly. But first up, motor neuron disease. Now, this has been in the news, quite frequently, but more so recently after the passing of AFL great Neil Danaher. And this morning we're going to be learning some more about the medical side of MND. Joining us is Scientia Professor Matthew Kiernan, the CEO of Neuroscience Research Australia, who worked with Neil as both a clinician and through his Fight MND charity. Good morning to you, Matthew.
Good morning.
Now, we've heard a lot about MND, but can you actually explain what it is and what it does?
Yeah, well, look, it's I suppose, a complicated series of words, but it represents a progressive, life-limiting neurological disorder, and it damages nerve cells in the brain called motor neurons, and they control all of our voluntary activity, so walking, speaking, swallowing, breathing. And as I said, it's progressive. So once it starts, it continues, and ultimately patients are locked in. So they lose all of their voluntary muscle activity, and they can only communicate through eye movement and eye blinking.
For sure. Hi, Matthew. Can you talk to us about the most common age for diagnosis and if we know of any common known causes?
Yeah, well, it affects people in the prime of their adult life, so usually 45 to 60 years of age. And it tends to begin with weakness, so usually hand weakness or leg weakness or weakness involving the swallowing muscles. In terms of cause, I think that's what's really slowed the whole field down. We haven't been able to work out clear causes of motor neurone disease. We know that in about 5 to 10%, it's a genetic condition. So individuals carry a genetic mutation that makes them vulnerable to developing the condition. And so there are genes called C9orf, so chromosome 9, open reading frame 72. And that's a genetic abnormality that actually dates back well over 1,000 years to an original person in Finland about 1,000 years ago. And we've seen then the genetic mutation travel through Western Europe and then migration to Australia and the United States. And that's the most common genetic cause of motor neurone disease worldwide.
Matthew, congratulations on all the work you do individually. It really is incredibly impressive, and we've got a lot to thank you for. The Journal of Neurology a few weeks ago said that mortality from motor neurone disease has tripled in Australia since the 1980s, with a strong regional variation. Now, if you read that article, they suggest that if we make MND a notifiable disease, that surely will give some sort of database where we can see if the environment does play a significant role as what it appears to be. People living in regional areas, according to this article, 40% more likely to die from MND than those who live in the city. What are your thoughts?
Well, it does look like there's an environmental connection to motor neurone disease, and we've looked at this across the whole region, the Western Pacific. So we studied about 15,000 patients, and it looks like it's a linear relationship, and there's about 6 hits that have to happen for an individual to develop motor neurone disease. So if you have the gene, that relates to 3 of those hits. Then the other 3 hits are, at this stage, unknown. And as you say, it's increased in the community over the last few decades. Part of that is an aging population as well. So it increases with age up until the age of at least 80. So as we get older, our risk for motor neurone disease increases. Now, there's been a lot of suggestion that there are environmental connections, but we haven't had a very good epidemiological study. So people can have various thoughts or hypotheses, but they need to be tested properly. One of those hypotheses does link to environmental toxicity. So, for instance, in regional communities, particularly communities that may, for instance, have a lot of like steelworks, metalworks, etc., are they more prone to developing motor neurone disease? And I think that needs to be tested. Fortunately, it is now a notifiable disorder in New South Wales, although the process of how it's going to be notified remains unclear. But I think that's an important first step forward to trying to work this out properly.
Now, on top of all of the work that you have been doing, you also have a personal journey with MND after your late mother Joan was diagnosed back in 1990. Can you share a bit more about that?
Sure. Well, I think that's really the reason why I became a neurologist and I'm working in this field. At that stage, as a medical student, I was interested in orthopedics, and then my mother was playing tennis and fell over on the tennis court and developed leg weakness. And ultimately, she was diagnosed with motor neurone disease. It took us about 18 months to get a diagnosis. And as a medical student at that stage, I'd never heard of the condition. Yeah. So I think that's why it's been really important and amazing the work that Neil Danaher and Fight MND have done in terms of raising awareness. Like everywhere you go, you see people with the MND beanies and people know what the condition is. So the whole field is transformed. It's been a real revelation. And on top of that, it's brought a lot of not just community support and awareness, but financial support and funding. So Neil and Fight MND have generated about $150 million of support, and Fight MND is the 3rd biggest funder of MND research globally. Like, it's really transformed the field.
Yeah, absolutely. And just quickly, is there any hope of a cure?
Well, I think a cure is a hard thing to envisage, but what we're doing and what we're seeing is medications that slow the progression down. So when I started in motor neurone disease, the typical life expectancy was about 18 months. It's now about 5 years. We saw with Neil it was 12 or 13 years. So people can live with the condition, and we're going to see more and more of that. Earlier this year, we had the first genetic therapy for motor neurone disease, tofersen, which comes from Biogen. It stops a particular genetic mutation developing into motor neurone disease. And I've seen a patient actually develop strength again with this treatment. So it's quite remarkable. And I think we're really going to see more and more effective therapies.
Great.
That's so incredible.
great.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Matthew.
No, and thanks for your support.
Always. Now, Matthew is the Scientia professor, Matthew Kiernan, CEO of Neuroscience Research Australia. And if you want to find out more about the latest research, you can head to neura.edu.au. That's neura.edu.au. And also, if you want to make a difference with Fight MND, fightmnd.org.au. 131873 is the number. Good morning to you, Bruce. What is your question for Gerald?
Good morning. I've got polymyalgia rheumatica. I've had it for the second time, and I'm on prednisolone. What are the side effects of prednisolone?
We've got to look at what prednisolone does, Bruce. It's an anti-inflammatory, very strong anti-inflammatory. So with your polymyalgia, your doctor's probably ordered a fairly steady dose first up and then given you clear instructions that over time, usually a couple of weeks, you'll slowly reduce the dose. Is that what you've got?
Yes, I started on 10 milligrams and then reducing by 1 milligram per 4 weeks, and now I'm down to 5.
Okay, good as gold. Now, look, the issues really with polymyalgia and prednisolone in that short term are really zero. Are you finding there's an adverse effect that worries you?
No, I haven't, but the doctors say they want to take me off it as soon as they can.
Yes, they do, because it can weaken bones and do some other things. So that's why it's only used short term. The important thing, Bruce, use it exactly according to the instructions. It will get your quality of life back.
If there's any other questions that you have, feel free to email Gerald. Just Google Ask Gerald. His email will come up there. 131873 is our number. More of your calls on the way. And coming up, resetting our skincare routine with body wash here on the House of Wellness.
You're listening to the House of Wellness right across Australia. Thanks to Chemist Warehouse, the home of real brands and real savings.
Tired of constantly blowing your nose from allergies? Try rinsing the allergens out with Neilmed Sinus Rinse. The kit includes a squeeze bottle and a special saline sachet that, when mixed with lukewarm water, helps flush out excess mucus, allergens and other nasal irritants. It's easy and gentle on the nasal cavity, and people have been doing it for many years. The Neilmed Sinus Rinse Starter Kit with 10 sachets available from Chemist Warehouse. Always read the label and follow the directions for use. Chemist Warehouse, great savings every day.
Woolies online super sale on now. Skip delivery fees with a Delivery Unlimited annual plan and get 3 months free. New subscribers only. Ends July 29. T's and C's apply.
Hello, it's Caroline from Transport Victoria. There are no major delays in our freeways and arterials. They're in very good form, but Run Melbourne's on today. There's several road closures and disruptions to public transport throughout the CBD, and several roads have been blocked off around the Fitzroy Gardens, Kings Domain and Royal Botanic Gardens till 1 this afternoon. And Bulleen Road and Bulleen's close in both directions between Bridge Street and Manningham Road for North East Link works. You can detour using Templestowe, Thompsons and Manningham Roads. Leave an extra 30 minutes or so up your sleeve for the detour.
How are you getting your vitamin C this winter? Choose Go Healthy Go Immune Complex from Chemist Warehouse. It contains ester C, a form of vitamin C, and provides up to 24-hour immune system function support. With a low-acid formula that's gentle on your stomach, it's a smart choice to support your immune system health this winter. Try Go Healthy Go Ester C Immune Complex for just $26.25 at Chemist Warehouse. Always read the label and follow the directions for use. Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day.
Right now at ENS, you can upgrade to better. Choose from a wide range of selected fridges, dishwashers, washers and dryers, and you'll receive 10% back in JB Hi-Fi gift cards. So upgrade to better technology, better efficiency, better design, and elevate the way you live. Our consultants are kitchen, bathroom and laundry experts. And we won't be beaten on price. So visit one of our 12 showrooms today or shop online and get value the ENS way. Sale ends today. T&Cs apply.
This grocery shopper chose to try a national pie to go fresh in the fridge, ready to eat in 15 minutes. The national pie that Tassie baked. They arrive to our state. To the Woolies fridge door, a pie you don't freeze, so no need to thaw. So warm up with a classic beef pie from National Pies. This week, find them in the fridge for 20% off at Woolies. National Pies. Proudly Tassie, proudly different.
The Floors That Do More sale is now on at Choices Flooring. Discover floors and window furnishings that are durable, comfortable and chosen for everyday living. View the catalogue at choicesflooring.com or visit your local showroom.
Numbness and tingling in your hands, especially at night, could be signs of carpal tunnel syndrome. The doctors at Carpal Tunnel Institute perform advanced micro-invasive release through a needle-sized hole in just 15 minutes per hand. Walk in, walk out, no stitches. Visit carpaltunnelinstitute.com.au and get it sorted today.
Your home for Australian true crime. This is Crime Central Australia. Deep dive investigations told by the survivors, police and experts who lived it. Search Crime Central Australia on YouTube and subscribe now.
So your face gets a cleanser, a serum, a moisturiser, but what about the skin on the rest of your body? Introducing the new Dove Serum Body Wash range. Co-created with dermatologists and beauty experts, Dove Serum Body Wash brings active levels of skincare serums into your daily shower routine. Dove Serum Body Wash Vitality Renewal combines 5% restoring serum with retinol to deeply hydrate skin and help restore its natural firmness and elasticity. Discover the entire Dove Serum Body Wash range from $12.99 at Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day.
The House of Wellness, thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Get Dove Serum Body Wash range at your local Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day.
Welcome back to the House of Wellness. 131873 is our number. Good morning to you, Lorena from Seven Hills. What is your question? Unfortunately, I think we've lost her. It was a question for you, Sarah, about eating low cortisol food. So hopefully she comes back.
Sure.
In the meantime, let's chat about winter because it's a perfect time to extend our skincare routine beyond just the face. And we're offering some tips today for body washes. Joining us this morning is Steven Popischil, who is the Senior Research and Development Technologist for Personal Care at Unilever. Good morning to you, Steven.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
We were just chatting off air, Sarah and I, about how dry our skin has been, and we haven't been tending to it as much over winter, unfortunately. So can you tell us why body wash is so important and how it plays a part for us?
Yeah, so body wash has really evolved over the last few years, and it's no longer just about getting clean. It's now about part of our everyday skin routine. You know, a good body wash these days can help care for the skin barrier, add moisture, and make that daily shower feel just a little bit more like a moment of self-care.
Definitely. I feel, well, as we were just saying, I feel like I'm terrible in winter. I think it's because we cover up, it's freezing, you put on all these clothes and you think, oh, my skin's fine, but it's probably the time of year that you need that extra care. So what can we be doing as a bit of a routine reset?
So, like Dove Body Wash, we've got this new serum body wash range, as you just heard in the ad. So it's a great time. Winter's a great time, really, to rethink your shower routine. Because, often in winter, your skin needs a little bit more support. So what we're seeing now is this idea of body care meeting face care. So people can really choose a serum body wash based on what their skin needs, whether that's more hydration, brighter looking glow, smooth looking skin, or help with clearer pores. Ingredients like vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, salicylic acid, retinol. So they're the sort of things that you're in skincare, and we're looking, consumers are looking to bring that into their everyday body care routine.
Stephen, we've come a long way from a cake of soap that was just handed down until it just dissolved completely. Now into body wash territory. Do you think it's becoming more complicated than ever? Are there many variants in the sorts of products that you're talking about?
Yeah, so there's a few different options in the range, and what we're looking at is Vitality Renewal. So that's designed to help hydrate the skin and support a firmer looking feel, with the restoring serum with retinol. Then we've got, Glow Recharge. It's all about helping skin look more luminous and refined. That's courtesy of a brightening serum with vitamin C and exfoliating minerals. And then there's Acne Control. So that's a specialised product with 1% salicylic acid to really help cleanse those pores and reduce breakouts. And rounding out that, we've got Hydration Boost. So that's hydrating serum with hyaluronic acid. So many users would recognise some of those materials there, and that's a lovely option if you're skin is feeling dull or dry, and you just want that extra hydrated boost.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm so flaky at some points. I have gotten to the point now that my skin is actually hurting because I've avoided the moisturising.
You can moisturise. Yes, you can moisturise.
I know, but when you get out of the shower, I'm freezing.
It's freezing.
You can buy a heater to put in the...
No, okay, money bags over there. Stephen,
it's not that difficult.
I did that this morning, actually. I put the heater in the bathroom because it was 1 degree outside.
Oh, I know, it was so
You're
cold.
not showering outside, though.
Yeah, but my bathroom feels like you are.
Honestly, my house isn't very well insulated. I'm at the point, Stephen, where I need intervention immediately. What is your recommendation to try and bring my skin back? Because it's quite bad this week.
Yeah, like definitely sitting in air-conditioned rooms, and the cold weather can do that to your skin. But you just keep it simple and gentle. Like apply your favourite body wash. Make sure it's got that moisturiser in there. You can use your hands, a washcloth, or whatever you like to use, and just massage it right into the skin. Work those active ingredients into the skin. And then just take a moment to enjoy the wonderful fragrance for a few moments, and then rinse off and. Yeah. So that's definitely part of the experience, isn't it? So, so I think my final tip though is to once you step out of the shower, still apply that your favourite moisturiser when your skin's a little bit damp, and that helps just to lock in that moisture.
Yeah, great. Okay, well, I need to have a good peruse. I'll have a look on the socials first. Instagram and TikTok at Dove is the handle, and then locally at dove.anz. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Stephen.
Thanks for having me. Thank you. Senior
Research and Development Technologist for personal care at Unilever. I know what I need to do when I get home. I need to fix this dry skin.
Yep.
131 873 is the number. Good morning to you, Denise in Brisbane. What is your question for Gerald?
I had an RSV injection about a month ago in my arm, and ever since my shoulder has been really, really sore.
On that same side, Denise?
Yes.
Any redness at all, or is it just really just muscle pain? Look, it could be all sorts of. You may have.
When I move it, it is just really, really sore.
Okay. Now, look, there's all sorts of things that might be underneath here. I think the link between the injection and the pain at this stage still is probably fairly tenuous. So let's look at something that perhaps you've strained. So go and get from your pharmacy an anti-inflammatory cream and rub it on that shoulder a couple of times a day at least, and maybe when you're sleeping at night, sleep with that shoulder up rather than sleeping on it, and give it a chance. And just if it's your predominant shoulder, use the other side of your body for a while. Just give it a bit of a rest, and with a bit of luck, it'll come good fairly quickly.
Thank you so much for your call there, Denise. 131 873 is the number. Coming up next, how to relieve nasal congestion on the House of Wellness.
You're listening to the House of Wellness right across Australia. Thanks to Chemist Warehouse, the home of real brands and real savings.
So your face gets a cleanser, a serum, a moisturiser, but what about the skin on the rest of your body? Introducing the new Dove Serum Body Wash range. Co-created with dermatologists and beauty experts, Dove Serum Body Wash brings active levels of skincare serums into your daily shower routine. Dove Serum Body Wash Vitality Renewal combines 5% restoring serum with retinol to deeply hydrate skin and help restore its natural firmness and elasticity. Discover the entire Dove Serum Body Wash range from Chemist Warehouse. Chemist Warehouse, great savings every day.
Breakfast with Ross and Russ.
What animal would you like to bring to the pub? Firstly, I'd bring a bat. They're already blind, so you wouldn't have to buy them any more drinks.
I'd bring along my pet newt, so I had a baseline to determine whether I was pissed.
Oh, that's just flippin' magnificent. International Town Criers Day.
Wonderful.
Hear ye, hear ye. Noosa is cheaper than Melbourne.
You're joking.
I'm not joking. I'm the town crier.
Breakfast with Ross and Russ. Weekday mornings from 5:30 on 3AW.
So your face gets a cleanser, a serum, a moisturiser, but what about the skin on the rest of your body? Introducing the new Dove Serum Body Wash range. Co-created with dermatologists and beauty experts, Dove Serum Body Wash brings active levels of skincare serums into your daily shower routine. Dove Serum Body Wash Vitality Renewal combines 5% restoring serum with retinol to deeply hydrate skin and help restore its natural firmness and elasticity. Discover the entire Dove Serum Body Wash range from $12.99 at Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day.
Why should you care what windows are in your home?
Why should you demand your builder installs De Kooning windows? So many reasons.
1.
De Kooning windows keep out drafts and noise.
2.
De Kooning windows keep the heat in during winter and out in summer, saving you on your energy bills.
3.
They're affordable and built to last, giving you outstanding value for your money. What more reason do you need?
Find us online at 123windows.com.au.
It's JB Hi-Fi's big brand sellout with crazy half-price deals. Like a Lenovo gaming monitor, $99, that's half price. A D-Bot RoboVac, half price, $750 off, absolute madness. And a half-price Lenovo tablet. JB, you've done it again.
Repair and soothe dry, irritated skin with Avène Cyclefate Plus Restorative Protective Cream from Chemist Warehouse. Your one cream for 48 uses. Soothe and nourish skin from post-laser procedures, razor irritation, scratches and grazes, and more. Help repair your damaged skin with visible results after 48 hours. Suitable for infants, children, and adults. Try Avène Cyclefate Plus Restorative Protective Cream 100ml today. Just $35.99 at Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day.
Lexus of Blackburn don't want you to wait. Not for your barista coffee in our cafe-style showroom. Not for a test drive. And definitely not for your new Lexus to arrive in your driveway. With strong stock levels across the entire Lexus range and more vehicles arriving weekly, Lexus of Blackburn has your next Lexus vehicle covered. And your next coffee. So, why wait? Visit Lexus of Blackburn today. LMCT 10093.
Hi, I'm David Beck, third generation bedding craftsman at Beck's Bedding. When you buy a bed from us in store or at becksbedding.com.au, you're buying directly from the manufacturer. All of our work comes with an unconditional guarantee. Beck's Bedding, custom bedding delivered to you.
Tired of constantly blowing your nose from allergies? Try rinsing the allergens out with NeilMed Sinus Rinse. The kit includes a squeeze bottle and special saline sachets that, when mixed with lukewarm water, help flush out excess mucus, allergens, and other nasal irritants. It's easy and gentle on the nasal cavity, and people have been doing it for many years. The NeilMed Sinus Rinse starter kit with 10 sachets is $9.49 at Chemist Warehouse. Always read the label and follow the directions for use. Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day.
The House of Wellness, thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Get NeilMed Sinus Rinse Starter Kit at your local Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day.
Welcome back to the House of Wellness. 131873 is our number. It is that time of the year when we can find ourselves suffering from nasal congestions, problems, colds, viruses, and it can just start creeping in from winter, and then once we hit spring, oh my goodness. Joining us this morning is Professor Richard Harvey, one of the only few dedicated rhinologists here in Australia. Welcome to the show, Richard.
Thanks for having me.
It's so great to speak to you about this. I'm someone who suffers terribly around this time of the year for about the next 6 months with nasal congestion. So can you tell us, how common is it and how uncomfortable it can be for people who suffer with nasal congestion?
Well, nasal congestion just from colds and viruses is going to be really common for some people. Especially young people have a lot of social contacts, or young parents who have young children. You know, both of these groups of people, you know, it's really normal to expect 4 to 5 viral events a year, where the mean duration is going to be sort of 7 to 10 days. Yeah. If you add that up, that's like 50 days of the year suffering from viral-induced respiratory events, especially in that group, you know, the young who have lots of social contacts, and then young parents with young kids.
It's almost every other month. You know, like the family just gets over it and then you have it again.
That's like my household at the moment. It's awful. Like we're all well for 3 days and then my 2-year-old comes down with something. But talk to us about what's out there to treat blocked noses that doesn't always, because that's what I find tricky. I mean, I'm obviously very vigilant with my children and their health, but, you know, booking a doctor's appointment every time, what can we sort of get that's an easier option?
Yeah, I think it's really important. I mean, everyone's now familiar with the idea of, you know, washing your hands and making sure you don't touch things and then touch your face and mouth, especially if you've got young kids at home. But the next thing is that most of the time when there's persistent congestion in mucus, and it's bilateral, so it's both sides of the nose, this is almost always an inflammatory event. It's not an infection in the sense of a bacterial infection. And antibiotics are not going to help here. And not only antibiotics not helpful, we think that actually antibiotic overexposure is actually bad for our immune systems. And so if you've really got bilateral, meaning both sides are inflamed and it's just persistent, you're much better off to pursue sort of other treatments to manage it, such as anti-inflammatory medicine, such as nasal sprays, but also simple nasal irrigation work incredibly well at just managing mucus and congestion, especially if you're caught in that cycle of it just seeming like it's prolonged and ongoing.
Richard, and great to chat with you again. Reassuring listeners that it is a very simple process. You mentioned a microbiome. Our nose has a microbiome. The last thing we want to do is upset that. And yet this simple process of rinsing with saline, which sounds difficult, but it's so easy. It is so settling and so comforting if you're full of congestion to have all this muck irrigated away. Could it not be almost as routine as cleaning your teeth, that if you feel you're starting to get congestion, is there any harm using it early to reduce the build-up of mucus?
Yeah, the way that we should all manage, very significant respiratory events that are thought to be viral for most people is simply to use simple cold and flu medicines in the first couple of days. But then after that, when we have persistent mucus after the, say, first 48 hours where the acute pressure goes, it's much better to just simply use simple nasal irrigation and to give it a chance for it to settle down. Most people are down at their GP seeking antibiotics, often by day 3 to 5. If it's way too early, it's still in the zone of when you would expect normal people to be still recovering from mucus and congestion. And so pursuing sort of non-antibiotic strategies is a much better way and much better for the immune system. As you said, one course of antibiotic therapy will affect your gut microbiome for 12 months. So really significant.
For sure. And, maybe people might be a little bit scared of putting, the things up their nose or whatever. How do we use a nasal irrigation product correctly?
So nasal irrigations, the most effective ones are what we call high volume. So they come as little squeeze bottles. Mm-hmm. You make it up with a warm solution of water. Now, using tap water in Australia is fine unless you're living on a place with dam or tank water. And you add in a buffered salt solution. Most of the kits come with it. And by adding in this sort of alkaline saline solution, you just place it up to your nostril, squeeze slowly but firmly, so you empty about 40% of the squeeze bottle, and it comes out the other side of the nose, and then you repeat it on the other side. And the whole thing really takes less than 30 seconds to do. And if, my recommendation is to sort of do it morning and night during the acute phase. It'll help clear out mucus before you head out for the day and also prepare you better for sleep at night. And you should expect to do it for maybe 7 or 10 days after a cold. That's the sort of zone. As long as everything's continuing to get better and then bilateral symptoms, then this is a great way of managing those symptoms.
I found that it's also so beneficial when it comes to my allergies as well. Once we hit spring, I love using it. And this is going to sound ridiculous, but Richard, I invested I didn't invent, trust me. I invested in a kettle where you can select the temperature.
Oh, yes.
So then I didn't have to boil the kettle and then wait for the water to settle because I don't have great pipes at my place, unfortunately, Richard. And so just that alone and not having to wait for the water to be the temperature I needed it to be has just been able to slide into my routine so easily. It really helps immensely at winter and springtime for my very congested nose.
Yeah, a warmer solution is always much more comfortable than cold solution for sure.
Oh, yeah, cold solution this morning would not have been great. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Professor Richard Harvey, rhinologist. We appreciate you taking the time to speak with us.
My pleasure.
Thanks, Richard.
Always use as directed, and if symptoms persist, see your medical professional. 131873 is our number. Good morning to you, Lynette. What is your question?
Oh, yes, I'm a diabetic and I've been having high readings because I've got a terrible dry mouth and I don't know how to get rid of it. I've tried everything.
There is a product, Lynette, which is called Xylimelt, Xylimelt, that is very effective in reducing dry mouth. And you can use, it's a little thing that you stick in your mouth, almost like a little bit of chewing gum. And it slowly dissolves and helps you produce saliva. Because a dry mouth can cause all sorts of issues. And the sooner you get onto that, the better. It's probably almost sure that it's medication related as well. But if you're going to fix the problem, Xylimelt, Xylimelt, get from your local pharmacy.
131873 is the number. We had a call drop off, but they had a fantastic question, and that was to you, Gerald, about whether or not it is still worthwhile getting the flu shot.
Thank you, Kate from South Yarra, and we're sorry you dropped out. No, it's not too late, particularly if you're travelling overseas. It's very important. Our peak season probably is yet to come, even though there's a lot of flu about, so it's certainly not too late. You can ring your local pharmacy, you can ring Chemist Warehouse, make an appointment online, and it's so easy.
Great question. 131873. More of your calls on the way. And we're going to be discussing the benefits of vitamin C here on the House of Wellness.
You're listening to the House of Wellness right across Australia. Thanks to Chemist Warehouse, the home of real brands and real savings.
Tired of constantly blowing your nose from allergies? Try rinsing the allergens out with NeilMed Sinus Rinse. The kit includes a squeeze bottle and a special saline sachet that, when mixed with lukewarm water, helps flush out excess mucus, allergens and other nasal irritants. It's easy and gentle on the nasal cavity, and people have been doing it for years. The NeilMed Sinus Rinse Starter Kit with 10 sachets available from Chemist Warehouse. Always read the label and follow the directions for use. Chemist Warehouse, great savings every day.
Melbourne traffic. Keep the conversation flowing. Call 133 693 or click on Message Us at 3aw.com.au.
Good morning, it's Caroline from Transport Victoria. We've got a lot going on in the inner city area today. Two big games at AFL at the MCG at 1:10 and also at Marvel Stadium at 20:05. PT is definitely your best bet with limited parking around the grounds, and extra train services have been organised to help get you home from your games. Plan your trip on the Transport Victoria website. And Run Melbourne's also on. There's closures and disruptions to tram and bus services throughout the CBD, and several roads are blocked off around the Fitzroy Gardens, King's Domain and Royal Botanic Gardens. All roads will be open by 1 o'clock.
Tired of constantly blowing your nose from allergies? Try rinsing the allergens out with NeilMed Sinus Rinse. The kit includes a squeeze bottle and special saline sachets that, when mixed with lukewarm water, help flush out excess mucus, allergens and other nasal irritants. It's easy and gentle on the nasal cavity, and people have been doing it for many years. The NeilMed Sinus Rinse Starter Kit with 10 sachets is $9.49 at Chemist Warehouse. Always read the label and follow the directions for use. Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day.
This grocery shopper chose to try a national pie to go fresh in the fridge, ready to eat in 15 minutes. The national pie that Tassie baked. They arrive to our state. To the Woolies fridge door. A pie you don't freeze, so no need to thaw. So warm up with a classic beef pie from National Pies. This week, find them in the fridge for 20% off at Woolies. National Pies. Proudly Tassie, proudly different.
Melbourne Park is where we play.
Rod Laver Arena welcomes the Freestyle Kings Live. Tickets are selling fast for Alex Warren. Paw Patrol Live returns to Margaret Court Arena, and professional bull riders charge into John Cain Arena.
Search What's on Melbourne Park for more. Melbourne Park, where we play.
Harvey Norman 10% in bonus gift cards. This weekend only. Get 10% of your purchase price in Harvey Norman gift cards when you spend $500 or more on selected products. Bonus gift card can be used towards the purchase of TVs and audio, cooking and home appliances, mobiles and computers, mattresses, furniture, flooring and much more. Best brands, best range, best prices and 10% in bonus gift cards this weekend only at Harvey Norman. Do not miss out. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. Gift card valid for 1 month.
Go, Harvey, go! For the best roof in town, Harley and Sons won't let you down.
For the best roof in town, Harley and Sons are the tradies you can trust. When Harley's Sons turn up all muscles and smiles, you know your roof is in safe hands. Roofing, guttering, tiling and colour bond, Harley and Sons get the job done on time and budget with the famous Harley guarantee on all our work. Get an inspection today. Search for Harley Roofing or visit harleyroofing.com.au.
For the best roof in town, Harley and Sons won't let you down.
We won't let you down.
So your face gets a cleanser, a serum, a moisturiser, but what about the skin on the rest of your body? Introducing the new Dove Serum Body Wash range. Co-created with dermatologists and beauty experts, Dove Serum Body Wash brings active levels of skincare serums into your daily shower routine. Dove Serum Body Wash Vitality Renewal combines 5% restoring serum with retinol to deeply hydrate skin and help restore its natural firmness and elasticity. Discover the entire Dove Serum Body Wash range from $12.99 at Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day.
The House of Wellness, thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Get a Ven Cyclofate Plus Restorative Protective Cream at your local Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day.
Welcome back to the House of Wellness. 131873 is our number. Now, we need to look at our immune health, especially around winter, ways that we can help boost it. And vitamin C, along with several other sources, really does help. Now, Sarah, as a nutritionist and also recipe writer, you've got your cookbooks. What foods do we need to be including in our diet that help with vitamin C?
Yes. As an easy thing to remember, I say just colourful fruit and veg as much as possible. I mean, there are veggies that are higher in vitamin C, things like capsicum and broccoli, your citrus fruits, things like that. But I always just say have as much variety with veggies as you can.
Brussels sprouts?
Love Brussels sprouts.
Had Brussels sprouts last night. Had
They're
them the
so
night
good.
before. So
Yes.
they look like a Brussels sprout.
I totally understand. My mum doesn't like Brussels sprouts because as a kid they were fed, every night, and they were kind of destroyed in the cooking process. Boiled till they almost disintegrate. In the pan,
Make
some
them
olive oil,
crispy.
salt, pepper.
Now, that all sounds lovely, Sarah. However, how do you explain then that about 6% of Australians get those sorts of food in their diet?
I think
and 94% have no interest.
I know, and this is what's so hard, but I think as well it doesn't always have to be something that you need to cook, because I think sometimes when I sort of say do this and add this to that, just have some more fruit during winter. It's as simple as a piece of fruit. You don't have to do anything with it.
In-season fruit?
In-season citrus fruits, usually mandarins, oranges, squeeze lemon and lime on things. It's as simple as that. Just start with adding one piece of fruit to your daily intake, and that will start to build your vitamin C. And then I always say extra cup of veggies in your whatever you're making, noodles, stir fry, roast, whatever.
Now, for the 96% of people, 94% who say it's too hard, there are vitamin C supplements available.
Yes.
And we've come a long way with a fancy process called esterification. There are now non-acidic forms of vitamin C, which is much more gentle on the tummy, in many ways better absorbed. So for those who struggle to get their vitamin C intake, ask your pharmacist about the non-acidic calcium ascorbate. It's the sort of thing you can take in capsule form. You can have one every day. It boosts your C levels, immune function, healing, all the things that we're told vitamin C is good for. You've got sufficient blood levels across the day.
So how does Ester C actually work?
Well, it's just this is vitamin C, non-acidic vitamin C, absorb well. Some people find that the acidic forms give them a bit of indigestion.
Yes.
This doesn't, and it's much more patient-friendly, for want of a better word, but it just fills the gap for those most Australians who sadly don't use the food bowl in which we live to get their nutrition from.
Definitely, and any age groups in particular.
Yes, well, it's when they're most vulnerable. Now, you can get the esterified vitamin C is certainly good for a child who is ready to swallow a capsule. But, at that age, if they're younger kids, we should be encouraging them to just stick to the diet. Should be making all those things you mentioned as friendly as possible.
Yes, yeah. But as we say, for busy adults that are finding it hard to get it in the supplements, the perfect solution.
A good top-up.
Yeah.
And so then there are other things that help us. So astaxanthin, zinc,
very powerful
and
anti-inflammatory.
selenium.
Yes. Now,
So-
those things are all antioxidants.
Right,
Think of them as anti-aging. Think of them as supporting your cells from breaking down, which vitamin C does, along with all those things actually occur naturally in the fruit and veg that you've mentioned. We just don't get them.
Totally.
And so if we're taking the supplement, do we take it daily?
Yes, every day.
All right, wonderful.
Well, it can be taken all year round, but certainly through winter. Fundamental.
Yes, when we need that extra boost.
Oh, okay, all year round. All right, done, added.
Well, germs aren't. They're not really fastidious.
They don't go by the calendar? No, okay.
No, or the season.
Yes.
Always read the label and follow the directions for use. We've got more coming up next on the House of Wellness.
A World Cup update. Thanks to Boulevard Timepieces, a symbol of performance, discipline and excellence. Legendary since 1875. Search BULOVA.
The third place playoff match is in progress right now. It has been action-packed and England lead France at the moment. They are currently in overtime with a couple of minutes remaining and they've got some injury time right now. France leading England 5-3.
Tired of constantly blowing your nose from allergies? Try rinsing the allergens out with Neilmed Sinus Rinse. The kit includes a squeeze bottle and special saline sachets that, when mixed with lukewarm water, help flush out excess mucus, allergens and other nasal irritants. It's easy and gentle on the nasal cavity, and people have been doing it for many years. The Neilmed Sinus Rinse starter kit with 10 sachets is $9.49 at Chemist Warehouse. Always read the label and follow the directions for use. Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day.
Life changes. Bodies change. Sometimes that means needing a little extra protection. At Connie, we design practical, comfortable solutions to help you stay confident whatever your stage of life. Trust Connie for everyday absorbent underwear, bedding protection and anti-slip floor mats, and products for kids learning independence. Shop online now at connie.com.au/radio for your exclusive offer. That's CONNI. Connie. Confidence covered.
This grocery shopper chose to try a national pie to go fresh in the fridge, ready to eat in 15 minutes. The national pie that Tassie baked. They arrive to our state. To the Woolies fridge door. A pie you don't freeze, so no need to thaw. So warm up with a classic beef pie from National Pies. This week, find them in the fridge for 20% off at Woolies. National Pies. Proudly Tassie, proudly different.
Officeworks has low prices. Get a Keji A4 laminator for $20. Or a Sharpie Fine Permanent Marker 24-pack for $20. Officeworks. Big ideas, low prices.
85 95 6 700.
That's the phone number for Uncle Arthur's Doors and More. Melbourne's trusted home security experts for Tiger Tough security doors, roller shutters and more.
85 95 6 700.
Order this month and receive a free video doorbell. Seniors card holders, ring now for your special seniors discount. Uncle Arthur's Doors and More. Call now.
85 95 6 700.
For the best roof in town, Harley and Sons won't let you down.
Hi, I'm Andy from Harley & Sons Roofing. With winter being winter, small roof problems won't stay small for long. From leaks and restorations to full roof replacements, our team at Harley & Sons has you covered. Don't wait for small problems to become big ones. Call Harley & Sons Roofing today for a free quote or visit harleyroofing.com.au.
Harley and Sons won't let you down.
Repair and soothe dry, irritated skin with Avène Cyclefate Plus Restorative Protective Cream from Chemist Warehouse. Your one cream for 48 uses. Soothe and nourish skin from post-laser procedures, razor irritation, scratches and grazes, and more. Help repair your damaged skin with visible results after 48 hours. Suitable for infants, children, and adults. Try Avène Cyclefate Plus Restorative Protective Cream 100ml today. Just $35.99 at Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day.
The House of Wellness, thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Get Go Healthy Go Ester C Immune Complex from your local Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day.
I tell you what, the battle for third place in the World Cup is wild right now. France have just scored again, but England still lead 5-4, and there's about a minute left. This is incredible to watch.
So good.
Gerald, what have you got in your hot little hands?
This is News Limited Lift Out today with magnificent citrus on the front.
Love it.
Oh, there we go.
All your vitamin C.
Vitamin C that we need to boost the immune system. Sarah Pound, great to see you as always.
You too. Cannot wait to be back.
The House of Wellness Oz on Facebook and at Wellness Australia on Instagram and TikTok. We will catch you next Sunday.
For the